What's going on, people? Blake from New Vision Security Services. And today, let's talk about the word friend. I've noticed that word gets thrown around a lot. Whether people mean it or not, it's very easy to just use that word. Hey, friend, how you doing today? Hey, friend. Hey, oh, you're my friend. It's just like, people just throwing around that they love you or love somebody, and they really don't. They're in love with what you're doing or what you're doing for them to help lift them up or pump them up. But love and friend are two words that are abused, that are being abused, right? Because there are a lot of people out there that are calling others their friend, and that when they use it, it has no substance to it on the backside. They use the word freely, but when trouble comes, i.e., there's a disagreement of some sort, they abandon their so-called friend like they were the plague. And they think that people aren't noticing or watching, and they are. And it's almost like manipulation, right? Hey, if you didn't watch my manipulation video, please feel free to check it out. That might give you some better insight into manipulators and those that are being manipulated. But back to this subject at hand, the word friend. So let's start off in Matthew chapter 7. All right, chapter 7, verse 1. Now, this is very important. This ties into friend because a lot of people that are using the word friend at the same time are judging people. If they don't like something you did, or you were friends when everything was going smoothly, but if you don't do this or you don't support them on that, then all of a sudden you are forgotten about, right? So let's read Matthew chapter 7. Let's start at verse 1. Do not judge, lest you be judged. For with what judgment you judge others, you shall be judged. And with the same measure you use, it shall be measured to you. Right? Now, let's break that down. What does that mean? For those of you that are judging others, and you just about persecuting them for anything, about whatever, if they don't support you, if they don't like something, if they say something you don't like, you want to, do whatever, right? By those same terms, God is going to judge you. Right? He's going to judge you by the same mess that you judged his children by. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know if I'm judging people and being wrong and being backhanded and slighty. I don't know if I want God to judge me by the same terms. So he's giving you an opportunity to clean your mess up. Because you think nobody's watching and nobody's paying attention, but there's always someone watching. There's always someone paying attention. And if you really pay close attention, you will see how those that are doing wrong in their lives, they start having to reach for straws, right? Things don't go as smoothly as they planned. They starting to have to, do a little dancing to hold on to some things. Just one of the signs that I noticed, right? Hey, when you release yourself to Yeshua Jesus, he will open up your eyes and your ears to see and hear past what foolishness some people say and do. People that are using the word friend, they call you a friend on Monday, Wednesday you don't hear from them, right? Just saying, just take note. You don't have to say much. Just pay attention. Be aware of what's going on, right? Now let's look at Proverbs. We're going to go into some more scriptures about, the word friend and how it's used and how you're supposed to treat people. So we in Matthew. Let's go back a little bit here, right? You got Psalms and then Proverbs. That's how we make it easy, right? Now let's start at chapter 16. Proverbs chapter 16. Well, let's see here. 16. Verse 28. Check this out. A perverse man sends forth strife, and a whisperer separates intimate friends. Right? People that do like this, they won't say it out loud. They do a bunch of this. Right? But they use the word friend. They do a bunch of whispering to each other behind closed doors, thinking that people aren't paying attention, right? Oh, they can't hear me, so they don't know, right? It's all going to be exposed. It's just a matter of time. Just watch. All you got to do is pay attention, right? Now let's look at, still in 16, let's look at 32. He who is patient is better than the mighty, and he who rules over his spirit than he who takes a city. Right? Patience. Don't worry about the foolishness that the so-called friends are doing. You just exercise patience. It will pay off in the end. Why? Because Elohim, God, said it will. And this right here is your proof. So don't worry. One thing I learned, when you start walking with the kingdom of heaven, people in your lives start dropping off like flies. Why? Because that renewed relationship that you begin to walk in forces extra weight to come off of your back. Foolishness, evil people, liars, manipulators, they all start falling off. Excuse me. Everyone that comes into your life is not meant to stay. Period. End of the story. So if you are one of those people that feels like anyone you meet is supposed to stay forever, I want you to understand something. A lot of them you need to let go. The reason why you ain't got no peace is because you carrying all of that mess, all of their mess, plus whatever you're trying to battle in your own life. Let them go. You learn what you need to learn from them, take what you need to take from them, and move on about your business. They're nothing but dead weight. They're trying to make you think that they are there for you and to support you and do all this stuff, and they're only in it for themselves. Stop doing for them and see what happens. Trust me. Stop doing whatever it is you're doing for them and see how fast, if that friend and friendship fades off in the wind. See how fast it does it. Trust me when I tell you. So we're gonna stay in Proverbs here, right? Now let's go to, we went 16, we just read 32. Now let's go to 17, verse 4. Let's go there. An evildoer gives heed to wicked lips, right? That's that chitter chatter that they be doing, right? A liar gives ear to a tongue of desire, right? I'm telling you, verse 9. He who covers a transgression seeks love, but he who repeats a matter separates intimate friends. Folks, it's in here. All of the answers are in here. And for those who are evildoers. This is why it's important that you know what you need to know before you open your mouth. Because the word of Elohim, right? Once you know this, there's nothing anyone can say. Nothing anyone can say. Oh, well, no, they're going to try. Oh, well, I mean, this is what I got out of it. No, just read it. Read it. It's in black and white. It's very simple. He laid it out for us to make it as easy as possible for us, because evil is going to come with a spirit of confusion to try to confuse what you just read, or manipulate a couple words, right? Text taken out of context is nothing but a con, and bam, there you go. So you need to understand what you're reading, so that way when someone comes and says that you are a friend or a best friend or whatever, you have what you need to do to measure that, to see the proof in the pudding. Oh, I'm your friend? Okay, well, let's see. Because Elohim, God, gave me what to measure a friend by. And if they don't meet his friend standard, they might just not really be a friend, will they? But that's okay. Let's see. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 17. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. A friend loves at all times. So those that use that word friend and then they dump you off like a bad habit, guess what? They weren't a friend and they didn't love you from the get-go. I'm just saying, this ain't, me, I don't make this up. I back it up with proof that people are using that word friend and it's garbage. They don't mean it. They don't mean it. They calling 200 people their friend. Lies. They ain't got 200 friends. They got maybe 198 associates, okay? And they're situational associates. And then maybe 3 actual friends. And that might be giving them a lie. I don't know. But people confuse associates with the word friend. They just call anyone they come across, oh, that's my friend. No, they're not. They're an associate. They're an associate. And some of you that are being called friends are being used and abused for their sake. That's why I said, stop doing some of the stuff you're doing, jumping through cartwheels for somebody, and see what happens to that relationship that they have, that the two of you have, right? 17. Now let's look at 18. Let's look at 18, right? 18. Oh, 24. Here we go. A man of many friends might come to ruin, but there is a loving one who sticks closer than a brother. Oh my goodness. Let me say that again. A man of many friends might come to ruin, but there is a loving one who sticks closer than a brother. Why did God say that? A person who claims to have many friends, right, might come to ruin. Might be ruined. You claiming you got a whole bunch of friends, they're probably going to ruin you. That's what God is saying. That's what Elohim is saying. Huh? You can't deny it. You can't deny it. I'm trying to tell you. When I tell you this is so good, it's good. And I hope that those of you that are watching this video get something out of this. That it helps to open up your eyes and your ears to what is really going on right in front of you. Because there's stuff going on in front of you, and then there's something going on behind the curtain. Well, the people think that they're doing things behind the curtain, but they're really not. Because there are those of us that pay attention, and we're no dummies. Our eyes have been opened. Let's finish this off, because we'll be at 15 minutes. Oh boy, I try, folks. I try. I do my best to cut the time down, but sometimes it's just good, right? Let's finish this off in Romans chapter 12, right? Chapter 12, and let's look at 10. Chapter 12, verse 10, Romans. In brotherly love, tenderly loving towards one another, in appreciation, giving preference to each other. In brotherly love, tenderly loving towards one another, in appreciation, giving preference to each other. What does that mean? Putting someone else before you and not being selfish. Genuinely loving someone with no standards, no prerequisites, right? And putting people before yourself. That just gave us some of the definitions of what a friend truly is. So before you use that word friend, by what standard are you using it? Because there's a lot of personal gain friendships out here, right? And the truth always comes out in the end. When that person gets on their next pedestal, right, that they've created for themselves, that you helped them get on, they don't need you no more, right? They're off to the next level with the next person to replace you. So stop putting yourself in a position to be stepped on just because someone uses the word friend or calls you a friend. Half the time, majority of the time, they don't even mean it. It's temporary. You're a friend out of convenience, not out of love. All right. That's it for this one, folks. That is it, man. Heavenly Father, I thank you for this message. And I pray that this message reaches who is intended to reach. It blesses who is intended to bless, and it will help open up their spiritual eyes, their ears, and their heart, Father. In your name, Yeshua, I pray this prayer and I say thank you. Amen. As always, you guys have a blessed day, week, month, year, life. And I truly pray that this message helps you, that all of these messages help someone, just one person, to recognize what's really going on and to help your life and to help you reestablish your individual relationship with Yeshua Jesus, the one who died on the cross for you. Take care, stay safe, folks, and be blessed. See you on the next one.